And what it does is it gives us insight into, we could say, just basic 9 different categories in life, such as our social, such as our relationships, such as our finances, such as our health, such as our own personal development, and so on. And so what it does is it gives us an ability to be able to trace things back to the root, right? And so we look at, so I want you to picture like a tree. A tree, a lot of times in life, we get caught up about the leaves in life, in other words, the effects in life, but we don't really trace it back down to the roots. So the living soul helps us trace the experiences in life, the multiple experiences in life, which is the leaves. And it identifies the leaves, but then it goes to the limbs, then it goes to the trunk, then it goes down to the roots, and then it goes back down to the basic seeds that allow these trees to be blossom. And so the seed is symbolic of the principles. So the living soul helps us understand that everything arises from fundamental principles that are at play. For example, the principle of cause and effect, or the principle of causation. No one can escape it. We're all going to visit, we're all going to operate inside of it. And understanding the principle of causation, for example, is that it allows us to understand that everything is possible inside the realm of cause and effect. We know that life considered things it's very rhythmic. So we know there's cycles and things like that. We can look at the ocean, we can look at the rotation of the moon and all these different things. So we know that the principle of rhythm is at play. So I'm just giving those examples to get us to understand that's what the living soul begins to construct itself upon. It's upon these immutable knowledge and immutable alignment of the forces that exist in life that helps us to be able to recognize different things. It helps us understand events that's going on in life. It helps us to be able to forecast energy positions. So it's kind of almost like, we can forecast the weather. We can forecast the energy positions as it relates to our energetic positions. And we can kind of see where we might have that tug and pull that might go on due to the energy position. So we can kind of already, tap into our creative powers, or our powers to to transmute it. So that way, some of these occurrences, if we got the foresight, we can kind of avert a lot of different things in our lives, just by having certain insight, or we can make our decision making very sharpened. So, in reference to the living soul, it also sheds a lot of insight about all the unseen things that's going on in life, and it really just makes it very clear. That's what I love about it. It just makes it very clear and understandable. And the thing that helps it make it understandable is because we begin to see how it relate to us, which we begin to see it from the soul archetypes that we operate up under. And so there's 9 different soul archetypes, and we operate as a primary soul archetype, but is influenced by 3 other soul different archetypes. And those archetypes can be double, tripled, whatever, but it still is influencing the living soul that we begin to operate, through. And so these different soul archetypes that we primarily operate in also is paired with overseeing houses. And so what that does, it allows us to be able to get insight about ourselves. It gives us insight about the challenges that we might wrestle with. It might help us give us clues on our journey paths in life. And, so one thing about the journey paths is that it allows us to be able to see, as we're navigating through life, it helps us understand the moments of self-discovery. It helps us understand the moments of self-improvement. It helps us understand moments of having enlightenment, right? It helps us recognize the stages that we might be in, the challenge that we might face, and also the transformation that we might undergo. And so the living soul gives us understanding about these things, because sometimes we be like, wait, why do I act this way? Why do I do these certain things? Well, when you start understanding your soul archetypes at play, it gives you better insight too about yourself. It gives you understanding about, energetically, this is the things that's behind my decision making, behind my personality, that's allowed me to act or to choose or to attract the things and so forth. So